All right, so we're here with Ryan, the Real Deal 4 of FightCity.com, getting ready for his big fight. Tell us a little bit about this fight and about your opponent.
This is a fight that I've really been looking forward to ever since I got offered it. This guy's he's a fighter. He comes to fight, takes the center of the ring, hands up, and I believe this is going to be a war.
What do you have to work on in particular for this opponent? Anything in particular in terms of his style?
No, he's got a very basic style, come forward, pressure fighter, just like myself. And, I've just been in the gym working on the things that I need to prepare to get ready for whoever it is that I'm in the ring with.
Ryan Ford's exactly what he says he is. He's a hustler, he fights like a hustler, he trains like one. He's very difficult to deal with. As you can see some of the sparring, man. If he don't get something right the first time, he's gonna keep going until you make the mistake. So Ryan's a very hard worker. He's a guy who chases what he needs to do. So he's great work, and I think his next fight, I think he's coming home with that strap. He's learned a lot of lessons in his last two fights, which were both title fights. So I think he's got the qualities. He's learning as a boxer. You don't got a lot of fights as a boxer, for his age, but. For now, I think Ryan's got this.
Francis and Jordan, they bring, the exact same thing that my opponent brings, that forward pressure. They throw a bit more punches than Avni does, but, that's good because I'm going to be ready for everything. And it's good that, I get in there, put in rounds with Francis, and then all of a sudden, I get a fresh Jordan coming in and, stepping up the pace to keep my pace at a high rate.
Ryan is a hard work boxer. He worked very hard in the gym. He will be ready for that fight. We do some good sparring last week. We do 8 rounds together, and he's still there. He's physically strong. He have cardio to do 12 rounds, and every fight he doing better.
You just did 4 rounds with him, right?
Yeah, 5 rounds today.
5 rounds with him.
Yeah, I just
now?
started the training camp. I do 8 last week, 5 today because Jordan need to go with him too. And that's it, we practice some stuff for the next fight. It's good.
Tell me a little bit about working with Jessy-Ross Thompson, your trainer. How do you guys get along? I know that he wasn't in your corner for the last fight. Was that a factor for you?
No, it wasn't a factor for me, him not being in my corner, but, I was with him all the way up until the fight, before we left to Russia. I believe that he's stepped my boxing game up, 100%. I'm at a different level from the first time that I walked into the Grant Brothers boxing gym to where I am now. If you look at it, these last 3 fights that I fought the top 20 guys in the world. I've only been straight boxing for 2 years, and look at where I'm at now. So, and it's only getting better. I'm only getting better.
Jessy-Ross Thompson, lead trainer for Ryan the Real Deal 4, who's getting ready for his big fight in Germany. So very quickly, Jesse, what are your impressions? What's it like to work with Ryan the Real? You've worked with a lot of fighters, different backgrounds. What's it like working with Ryan Ford?
It's very fun, man. Ryan is a hard worker, and despite his age and his lack of experience in boxing, because he's only been boxing really for 2 years, he learned so quickly. Every time he comes back to Montreal, because he's from Edmonton, every time he comes back from Montreal to do a camp, it's like we keep adding tools and we just keep getting better, so it's very good, very easy to work with. I think the biggest thing he brings to the table, Ryan, is he's like unbreakable. Whoever we put him in with sparring or big time fighters, he's not breakable. His guard is up, he never gets hurt. He has great defense. You hit his arms, you hit his elbows, anything. It's like he's unbreakable. So when you fight a guy like that keeps coming for 12 rounds, it's very hard for your confidence. It breaks you down mentally having a guy that keeps coming forward like that.
And in terms of getting better, what do you think you learned from that last fight? Was there anything in particular that you took away from that fight that you know is going to make you better for the next fight?
Well, that fight was more of a marathon. The guy didn't come to fight; he came to run. So, one thing that I could have done a bit better was cut the ring off a little bit more. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you should have threw more punches." Well, where am I going to throw more punches to the air? Because the guys, he wouldn't have been there. He hit my gloves all night, and they gave him the decision. But that's the thing when you go into somebody else's backyard. you pretty much got to really beat them or knock them out, and especially in Russia, right?
Is this fight coming up? Is this in the other guy's backyard, so to speak?
Yeah, you know, it's he is Turkish, but you know, he's fought a lot in Germany. You know, his promoter is his manager, and you know, so it's another one of those things. But you know, I'm not scared. I'm here to take risks. I love going into other people's backyards, you know, because at the end of the day, I come to fight, and you know that I'm going to bring a fight. If you think you're going to get an easy fight, it's the wrong thing, because Ryan Ford ain't no easy fight. My favorite independent boxing website, the Fight City, Montreal. You know what it is.